I don't suppose anybody likes having to deal with all of this. I certainly don't. But let's talk about threats. Trumpy Toon has no problem perceiving what he imagines to be a threat when I name my band Yvonne Toinette. Now, what does that mean? In real terms, in terms of the study of English at Princeton, poetry, circles of friends, party night crowds, what does that mean? Means I'm being sarcastic. If you read the poem, I'm being sarcastic about their inability to see Donahue stamped on the back of my father's obituary, which is clearly a whodunit. I'm being sarcastic about that. It has nothing to do, I like Ivanka. It has nothing to do with anything except being sarcastic about the fact that they can't perceive Donahue on the back of my father's obituary and perceive what that obviously meant. But when they imagine, oh, great terrors come to mind, we will slay, we will slay, we will take out all that you love if you don't take down the poem, Yvonne Toinette. So I took it down because they're obviously crackpot. Now, this harks back to the claim that this girl who would run out in the woods, gonna rape, kill, pillage, and burn, gonna rape, kill, pillage, but I don't want to finish it. It was such an obnoxious thing that she used to yell and yell and yell and yell, and I couldn't get me to do it. She would try to get me to do it. Went overboard towards me sexually, but we didn't make love, right? And this went on night after night after night after night after night, and I was very tender to her, and I let it go. And she mocked me, and I said, Leslie, you make it sound like, you wanted, I didn't, like you wanted me to be forceful with you. It's ridiculous, right? And they said, oh, he's threatening her. Okay. So then they use that to justify everything up to the Cohen's video, COVID, that they made of me, the 19-year-old girl. They would put a 19-year-old girl who's inexperienced in my bed to prove I'm threatened. I'm a rapist. It's obviously ridiculous. It makes no sense at all in anybody's mind but Trumpy-toonism. That's the only, Carnegie Mellon is the only, and they bought John Schulman for $8 million in museum heist. And he's the one who started this rumor with Penis Gabriel. So they get it down to the point where they chemically castrate me, right? And now what? What's next? One of my friends dies of something, right, below the belt, and mysteriously I made Lewis twist his ankle. That must be my doing. They're gonna go. So you did this with your poem, Yvonne Toinette. That's the way they think. It makes no sense at all, except in Jaime Carbonell's Twister. In Jaime Carbonell's Twister, it all makes sense, right? Because he has a machine intelligence theory that you can't translate language, that you would just get it wrong. So he puts what you say into a twister, and everybody's going, it leaps like a raging tiger, it leaps like a raging tiger, and it comes out, the spirit is cruel and the liquor is warm. And they consider that divine intelligence. Divine intelligence, that's what they consider. This is the Carnegie Mellon University, University of Pittsburgh compound. The Pittsburgh Steelers, those weirdos who always win, must win, and when they win, they tear down the city. The bridges collapse because they're so competent. This was that bridge collapsed just a few blocks away from where they pulled the reckless driving incident and said, I was the driver. What did I do now, Jaime? What's that mean, Jaime?